Okay. So, does anyone remember what happened last time?
We had a time. It was fun.
We had lunch.
We did have lunch.
There's a
We
dragon among
failed
us.
at the lunch
Speak.
table. We failed being mailmen.
But we tried. We tried so hard.
We need to find the sea.
We need to
Something
find the
about a
sea.
dragon?
Yeah, there's a dragon among
Oh yeah.
Among
Oh
Us?
no!
Among Us.
Gregory, have you ever heard of Among Us?
Among Us.
I think the answer to your
Among Us.
question, Lurka, is no.
Also,
No, you
apparently elves
remembered.
sleep. Did you know elves sleep, guys?
Oh, yeah.
They don't.
They don't.
No, they do.
Sure.
Cathra just casually gaslighting you. Oh, he's fine. He just does that.
Oh yeah. I'm so concerned about him.
Our little guy. Just our little guy.
Our little man.
Clover just like... No, Beans is just like, I have 2 little elves and I must protect them.
I'm holding them in my hands.
Beans is that the drunk women and the puppies give. I can't protect them.
Protect them.
I can't protect them.
I'm just imagining Beans holding like little dolls of Keith and Kiefer, just like, I can't protect them.
That's what I'm doing in my heart.
But yeah, so you guys did attempt to deliver a package to Jean Garrick's house.
Mhm.
He wasn't there. He went to the sea, probably to scream at the sea, as Garrick has said. So you guys went to the school, and you dropped Regis off. You met up with Kiefer and Cathra, and, well, you think Lyle was there, you're not sure. They gave you some directions. Regis is starting work on the potions of healing. You also went to Mr. Miz. I remember that. Muse went in there and had an awkward encounter with Mr. Misery himself and whoever lives in his back room.
They were so mean to me.
As Beans said in their recap, this motherfucker can't read!
And he can't.
Yeah, so that was fun. Muse also dropped off their arrow, their memory erasing arrow, with the intention to reverse engineer it to perhaps bring back memories, which is interesting. We also found out that Regis was charmed when you guys were in the woods.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. I was also thinking thoughts about that.
Oops.
Yeah.
We're bad friends.
Hey now.
He seems
He's
to be
not my
okay,
friend.
but, you know, he was charmed, so maybe he's a little embarrassed about that. Especially
He's not
being
my
charmed.
friend. I don't know this guy.
Yeah, especially being charmed in front of his ex. So,
Oof.
yeah.
Wait, they were dating? Oh my god.
Get with the program.
Yeah. So you guys had some lunch at the Third Wish, got to bond a bit, found out that Tamsin had been lied to and led into a garbage dump and told that that's where she belonged by Mr. Tony Stark himself. Well,
By
not
the
Tony-
new fucking asshole that we're gonna kill.
Yeah, number
Yeah.
1 on our hit list.
Yeah, he's now on the hit
Jeremy
list.
Stark
Evil arc
himself
begins now.
apparently has lived long enough to see himself become the villain, Jeremy Stark. Alright. So, now, the 5 of you have decided that you're going to go up to the Revmere Church, because you have a few things to do up there. One, you could possibly find Jean Garrick, and Garrick, probably. 2, you can also set up your little deal to make with the Revmere Church for distributing healing potions. And 3, I mean, It's another church. Maybe they're nicer than the other one.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. So, as we fall in, the five of you are walking up the road into what is the Church of Revmir, which is a lot less splendid than the Aeon Church. While the Aeon Church is glorious and sparkling and gold and white, the Revmir Church is very simple. It is low to the ground. It's a stone building, very smooth looking, no seams, it seems. It's gray in color, old stone, looks very washed and weathered by rain and just the elements itself. It doesn't have much of a roof. It's just kind of like flat. You can't really tell what's up there. It looks to be like a second story that's attached to another, like, section or area over here. And there's a little bridge that connects them, which seems to be covered. But, Alarith, as you approach this building with few windows and very, like, it looks honestly ugly compared to the Aeon Church, but there's a familiarity to you because you come here often. This is kind of your zone, and you feel confident as you lead them up and towards the big oak wood doors into the church itself. And even with these heavy stone walls and this heavy oak door, you can still hear the sounds of people inside. And Alarith, you can hear their singing shanties inside.
Yes.
Yay!
As you do in Revmir's church.
Yes.
So what would you guys like to do while you're out here? I leave it to you.
No, don't do that.
Well, does anyone have anything they want to do or say before they go in there?
I mean, no. Clover's just looking
No.
around.
Yeah, same.
He was also just looking around. Like, no one really says anything, probably.
Sindri's just skipping along.
As they should.
Oh, right. Back to Beans simping for Skinstreet.
I don't simp, I cherish them. I would only kiss them platonically.
Kiss your homies like you would kiss your lover.
Let's get the door. Here, I got the door for you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Alara
God.
uses her tiny arms to open the door.
Now, oopsie. As you open the door, you're all hit with the sounds of people singing in Celestial. And for those of you who speak Celestial and know Celestial, Alarith, it's a very common shanty that they're singing.
Yeah.
Which translates roughly to, by way of sparkling sea, I make my way to thee, to her loving embrace, our storm and Lord, the humble waters of Revmir. It's a very common, like, little, I guess, hymn and verse that they like to sing.
Does only Alarith know Celestial? I don't.
I don't.
also know Celestial.
Oh.
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 You do, don't you, Muse?
Don't say it like that.
What does that mean?
Roll a d20.
No.
No.
I mean,
this is
you
the news
can.
episode.
You can.
He can, if he would like to. I mean, he has a choice, doesn't he? You have choices, don't you, my muse?
I don't want
Oh my
choices
God.
anymore. Take my free will away.
Embrace it, gay boy.
The music is not appropriate for this
No, it's
situation.
not. Let's roll with it.
I'll do a good old skip.
There we go.
Why is it skipping Hollow Knight music, you bastard?
Probably for the best.
I hate this bot. Anyway, continue.
So, you walk in. Let me just reveal areas to you. Hold on.
We walk into
Wait,
the
did my
darkness.
15 do nothing?
Oh, I didn't even realize you rolled. I'm so sorry. You said take my free will away from me. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. I guess you won't do it.
guess.
Okay, so with the 15, Muse, why do you know this song? Why do you know this song and this verse? And why do you know the rest of the song? In the waters deep, in its kingdom lay bare, lies Revmir's chamber, sacred, fair. Here are the halls of Revmir. Hear the storm above. Deep in the halls of Revmir, the sun will show us no love. For here, Revmir waits. Why the fuck do you know this song?
Because it's a bop, clearly.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all that.
Yeah, we have plenty of time. We've got all night.
And as you guys step in, like a geode, the inside shows beauty more than the outside. For within this hall, you see with the smooth stone floors, the inside of the walls have been made colorful with sea stone and sea glass that create a mosaic up the walls, on the ceiling. They have been stuck there at different points in time. Some have more wear and tear than others, but it seems that where sea glass falls out or the walls get damaged, they're repaired lovingly. You see brighter patches along the walls where people have placed these sea glasses and sealed them tightly within the walls to rebuild them. It's decorated, it's beautiful. The rocks themselves, the little sea stones that people have picked up and placed in these walls, have been painted. Some painted by little kids, you can tell because of just the way that they use colors and shapes. Some by more talented artists. You can see the detail, the precision. Some by the elderly, the sick. You can see by the shake of the strokes. People who come here put their dedication and their love into making sure this church looks just as pretty as they feel Revmir deserves. And high above you, where the rocks seem to cascade overhead, some have fallen out and haven't been replaced yet, but they will. You can feel that. You see that there's lines of silver, and hanging from the ceiling from these silver is these dangling lines of fishing wire that go back and forth in like little chandeliers, and hanging from them are little lights, as if someone has made little glass bulbs out of the sea glass itself. And they're sparkling, and they reflect off of the sea glass that's on the walls, and it brightens the whole room up into this pretty sparkling glow that catches you off you expect from the outside.
Larka, you're very faint there.
Sorry. It's from the outside, just like you expected it to be really just like beaten down and worn down, but it's beautiful, it's sparkling, it's been made with love, and it's been made by the people who come here that have given it this much love. And just the way that sound echoes off these walls, it rings and it vibrates through the air. It's a very powerful impact as you all are sitting in this noise and in this area where these people are loudly and happily like joining each other in song about just sea shanties. It's with the same cadence, the same like bravado of a sea shanty, and you look around and you see that a lot of these people are sailors themselves. They're fishermen, they're sailors, they're harbormen, they work with their hands, they work in Revmir's domain. And as you walk in, I'm gonna let me roll my thingy. Doot. Please. You all gain 11 temporary hit points from
Whoa.
being within this church.
Oh my god.
And this is why
Yeah.
you should simp for Revmir.
Yeah, I'm learning.
You see that there are some like empty pews. It looks like it's one of the more afternoonish sermons. Alarith, you do recognize a lot of the people here because you are a regular, so you recognize some of the people in this crowd. Like, one is a harbor master, you recognize some fishermen, you recognize that one guy who really likes to sing as loud as he possibly can, but that's fine, he's fine.
We respect him.
Yes.
You see kids that you recognize. One of them has gotten a little bit taller since you've last seen them. You see a woman who's a regular. Looks like she's like wearing her husband's like ring around her neck. And most important for you, Alarith, when you come in, you see two people immediately, absolutely immediately. You recognize the first being the priestess of this area, which is Mother Rainey herself, the only other Furbolg you've ever seen in this city. She is incredibly tall, taller than Keith, which is amazing.
Finally.
Like she's rocking at least 7'1", very tall woman.
So
Oh,
queen
wowie.
shit.
Some very sheepish looking, where Callie had appeared more cowish. She's more sheep looking. Still that same blue skin, and in her old age, her curled, woolish skin fur has started to turn white and gray. She is very like, she's shaking the hands of these two people who you recognize. They're a recently married couple, and she seems to be like singing with them and like praising their new relationship and their new life together. She seems a little busy. But in the empty pews, you also recognize it's another fucking classmate.
Oh, is this Clara?
They're everywhere.
They're
spreading
everywhere.
like flies.
You recognize, let me make sure that you can see. Yes, you can see. Save. That is Clara.
Yeah.
Clara Vanguard, who is the youngest, currently, person in your class. She is only 17. She is human. You know that she gets along really well with Lyle, You speak to her on and off. She gave you her mother's contact information. That's where you get all your clothes, because her mother is a tailor. And you know, Alarith, she is the only one in your class whose magic is not arcane and is not divine. She is unique from the rest of you.
She's a spatial snowflake.
Finally, we meet the MC.
It's about time.
Well, considering they're sort of in the middle of a sermon, I guess Ilarith will motion for everyone to sit and go sit beside Clara.
I guess I'm gonna sit with
Clara
you 'cause I'm small.
is off by herself. She's not really like singing. She's kind of just like listening, which is kind of what she's want to do. She's never been one to like be outspoken or bold. But she does like scoot over and like pat the seat beside her to like let you sit down.
Ilarith will like climb up the pew.
Like a kid in a top and like a seat that's too big for them. Oh, the boys are sitting next to each other. Ooh.
Poor Clover.
I could have
But-
put her in the middle, and I didn't.
But yeah. I mean, why would Clover sit next to Mew? She just learned that he murdered someone.
Yeah, she is worried about this dude.
Understandable. Have a good day.
For Sindri, for Clover, for Muse, for Keith, before you stands, sits, a girl, very young, older than Tamsin for sure, but still relatively young. She's got black hair that's very short, kind of like falls in a bob. She's got dark eyes, kind of clammy looking skin, like she doesn't go out that much. Very dark clothes, very well tailored, but dark clothes. And you see that her skirt, the hem of her skirt, and her boots are kind of like caked in like just old mud. Like, despite the fact that she's well dressed, she doesn't seem to take that good care of her clothes.
Damn, to church?
She's
Girl.
just having fun.
And Alarith, as you sit next to her, Clara is like fiddling like with what looks to be like a walnut in her hands, and she keeps making the walnut sprout and retreat, sprout and retreat. She's practicing her magic in church.
In church.
I respect it. I respect the
I
grind.
mean, we've all been there.
But for Sindri, for Keith, and for Clover, you all look at her and look at what she's doing, and you go, "Oh, that's a druid. That's where her magic." You look at her and you're like, "What the fuck is she doing with that seed?" That's it.
Larker, you're getting a little distant again.
Sorry,
It's okay.
but yeah, that's Clara.
Cool.
And as you guys all kind of like sit and you're listening to the sermon and the singing, and Clara looks over to you, Alarith. She goes, "Hey, Alarith, I didn't think that you were going to come today. I thought you'd be busy studying."
Oh, it was a last minute decision.
Oh, well, glad you came. Did you have a bad time with, the abyss attack and everything? I heard it was bad at the school.
Oh, I actually wasn't at the school for it.
Oh, well, lucky.
Sounds
Okay.
like.
I heard Garrick got like a new scar. At least that's what Lyle said, but I don't know.
He said that too.
Is it bad? Or is it like kind of cool?
He's had. I don't know if better or worse is the right term. Like Alara
What?
starts thinking about it.
Well, I mean, like, did he lose another tooth? Or is like his tail been cut off? Because, like, he wasn't really specific.
No, it was not that bad.
Okay, cool. I would like him not to die. He's kind of cool or whatever.
I would also like that.
And you're okay? Where did you go? Were you, like, just in the basement of the school, or no?
No, I was at the third wish when it happened.
Oh. Yikes. Yeah, I was at home. We were pretty much unscathed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Although Mom's pretty busy, so she can't be here today. A lot of people want to buy new clothes because a lot of stuff got, messed up.
Understandable.
Yeah. But it's a lot of business, at least. She does also kind of look down at you, Alarith, and then she squints and she goes, "Did Lyle give you his cape to wear?"
He loaned it. I
Oh.
need to clean it before I give it back to him, though.
Yeah. You should probably do that and make sure, so, that kind of fabric, you just kind of, soap and water it and then hang it to dry. Don't try to, dry it magically, because that won't work.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
No problem. She kind of, runs her hands through her hair. And you came in with the little group? Or am I supposed to, pretend that you didn't just walk in there with a group?
I did. Sindri. She'll, point to everyone. Clover, Keith, Muse. And then she'll point to Clara. And this is Clara.
Hi.
Clover isn't sure if you're supposed to talk during a church service, so she just nods her head.
Sindri is far too distracted by the music. They're not even remotely paying attention to this conversation. They're just, enraptured by everybody singing.
And by the pretty church.
Yeah.
The inside is so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Clara kind of glances over the rest of you. She kind of pauses on Clover, kind of gives a nod, then pauses again on Keith, and she leans closer to you, Alarith, and goes, "Oh my god, there's two of them."
There's too many twins in her life.
Just the two of them.
Alaris just kind of blinks a couple times and just, oh, right now.
Two elves cutting their hair.
Kiefer and him would make good friends. Or is that wrong to assume? I don't know. It'd be a good icebreaker. Oh, I have short hair. You have short hair. I'm talking too much. Okay, I'm in church.
Alarith internally, was I the only one who didn't know about this short hair business?
Alarith has no hair, so she has no. She doesn't worry.
I have
about
no
that.
concept of what hair means.
Yeah, kobolds have no meaning to hair. They're bald.
I have scales.
The singing kind of dies down a bit.
Oh.
And as it does, Mother Rainey comes back to her little podium. And you hear her say, "I know that we have all gathered here in a very uncertain time. We haven't had an event so terrible since it's been some time." And the crowd kind of mutters in agreement. "But I want you all to leave today and promise me one thing. That even if it is small, you will do one good thing to help someone else. We weather the storm together. And whether we be from different paths, different races, different genders, different orientations, we come together and we work together for the good of us all. Because we are one whole-hearted creation of our gods. We do not wish for Yidona to weep more than she already has. And so, for Rethmir's sake, we must work together and try to make this place better than it was before. Do we all stand in agreement? And people stand up. And
Alarith will stand on the pew.
yeah. And Mother Rainey opens her arms out and goes, For Rethmir, we will weather his storm, and we will do our best to make ourselves stronger for the next one, whenever it may come. The storm will always come, and there will always be hard times, but we will always strive to move forward and endure. And everyone says a phrase in Celestial, which is the equivalent of Amen, but it is not Amen, it's just, yep.
I see.
Yes, yes.
And as you do, people start to, like, get ready to leave and pack up because the sermon has now ended. And Clara just kind of stretches and goes, Well, that was alright, I guess. Good of a speech as you can get.
Do I see Clara here, like, a fair amount in my time here?
You do. She and her mom come around a lot.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard to find words after everything that's happened.
Yeah. But Rainey always does a good job, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Yeah. And as you're talking, Rainey turns around and she gently blows out a candle that was lit behind her. And the smoke kind of just wafts up and out these little vents that are in the roof so it doesn't, like, fill up the room. And fades out. And people start to, like, talk to each other, like, more jovially and getting ready to, like, pack up and go home for the day. So, before we start talking to Rainey, I want Keith and Muse to roll a d20.
Oh,
Ha ha.
Yo, here we go.
Fuck.
Yeah, here we
Oh,
go
come on.
again.
headache time.
Come on, losers.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah,
it's
come
your
on.
turn.
I'm upset that it isn't a 20, but it's better than all the rolls I had in the thing prior.
For Keith,
You see more.
There's something about the Revmere Church, just this environment, that is familiar to you, but it's not wholly comforting. You do feel like you have been in churches before, and you've sat in sermons, and you've listened to the songs and the hymns, and you've been there before, but for some reason this just isn't your vibe. Like, this isn't the God that you personally enjoy. And you wonder why that is. But you can't really parse it because you have nothing against this God. You don't think, right? Right? Your arm kind of hurts. And
Which one?
Muse. Oh, which one? Let me look at my thingy.
Hold on, I have to think about this.
Hang on.
Flip a coin. You only have
that
2
would
arms.
be
So
that would
many
be
choices.
the left arm in particular.
Oh.
Same
it-
arm that reached for Muse and
It
had
made you
that
poisoned him.
weird, that
I-
weird feeling in the ouchie.
The ouchie.
I just want to mention that I, out of reflex, grabbed my left arm. So that's very amusing.
Immersive.
I tend to do that, yes.
Immersion. Muse, for you, it's different. Put the spooky music on.
Oh,
Oh no.
Deadass.
Oh no.
Damn.
it says Lauren has to put on his
Oh,
own
no.
music.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta go through several tabs here. Hold on.
Just take your time and delay the inevitable. It's fine.
It's fine.
You can take, 2 hours. We're not gonna judge.
Okay, we'll do.
I hate the spooky music.
So, Muse, you're trying to think of what this church makes you feel. And you can't. You can't think of anything about this church at all. It's like something stops you halfway through the thought. Like, you try to feel the music and you're trying to understand, why do you know this song so well? And then it's like your brain switches to something else. And so you try to go back to the original thought, and then halfway through the original thought, you switch back again, and you keep trying for some time, sitting and listening to the voices around you, and you're trying to just focus on this one train of thought, and you're not getting there.
Me though.
And the problem is, your head's not even hurting. It's like you're lightheaded. It's this floaty, staticky feeling that's in your head, like under your skull. It's fogging through your brain, and you can't focus, and you just need to think about it, and you need to understand what is going on, and you can't. And it's like you need air, but you don't, and you need like space, but you don't, and you just, it's conflicted. You can't parse it. What is it about this area that's freaking you out so much, and yet not freaking you out at all? You're comfortable, you're not hurting, you're not scared, you're just, you don't even know.
Huh.
Muse is just going to, because this worked out well last time, just stand up and just go outside.
This worked out well last time. Clover just watches him leave.
And Keith also just watch us.
Okay.
And then he just takes a sit and head in hands, trying to just grasp one train of thought.
This poor man.
Yep.
Sindri notices and does not go with them.
Alaris talking to Clara, but also doesn't go follow him or say anything.
Right. Okay. So, while Muse is doing that, the rest of you are watching people chat with each other, and the conversation is kind of dying down a bit, but it's all right. And Clover,
Oh.
Well, actually, Clover, Keith, Sindri, roll perception checks. Alarith, you can't because you're having a conversation, then that takes all your focus.
Fair enough.
Perception. Okay.
Perception, perception.
Damn it.
What
Proficiency
is
in
it
these
with the
three rabbits.
19s?
Okay, so Clover, you're just kind of like caught by the spectacle of the place. Like, you've never been in a Revmere church. You've been in churches before, but this is a very beautiful church, and it's very cool looking, and I don't know, you feel like, Bunnyville would probably benefit from, like, having this kind of, like, decoration skill.
Hell yeah, fucking backwards Bonneville has never seen a geode.
Sindri, you are taking mental notes because you are looking and you need to write all this down and draw all this in your little journals.
Yes.
Keith, my beloved, you, while waiting with everyone else, kind of just sitting there, just like hands neatly folded, you notice that around you is a balcony, which is like an upper kind of like floor, and you realize, oh, this goes to the second level of this church. Let me just reveal more of this. Boop. And stepping out from this like bridge that, oops, oh god, that was really too close in. Sorry, I'm zooming out. That divides two buildings from each other. You see a very elderly looking dragonborn man. Black scales, kind of going brownish in places. He's walking very upright, but his shoulders are kind of hunched forward. Very old, elderly man, and kind of making his way down the stairs from this other building. And just like, once he makes it down the stairs, you see him like put an old hand against the stone walls and just kind of like take a minute to catch his breath because stairs are hard.
No.
Oh my god, that is a fucking mood.
And that's what you notice, because it's a new person who's come into this area, and you have your eyes on them.
Keith notices that. So he puts his hand on Clover's shoulder and points towards the person because, hey, it's a new person in a church. It's funny. It's an old man.
Clover turns to look and her ears kind of like perk up. And she like leans to like touch Alarith's shoulder. Is that? I think someone mentioned he's a dragonborn, right? Is that Mr. Garrick?
Yes,
Alarith will like peer up over the pew, like push herself up to try and see past everyone. Yeah, that's him.
stands on top of Sindri.
On Cinder's shoulders. Oh, fantastic! And Clover stops hopping towards him.
I'll be right back. Alarith's just gonna go with Clover, knowing knowing his quirks.
His quirks.
Clover comes towards Mr. Excuse me, are you Mr. Drakidan? By any chance?
This old man kind of like turns his head to you. The little beads that are in like what can only be described as his hair, like kind of jingle, and he goes, "I am Mr. Drakidan Senior."
Perfect.
Mr.
That's the one I
Drakidan
was
is my
looking
son.
for. Oh wow. And Clover kind of like clears her throat. Well, yeah, I was looking for Mr. Dracodon Sr. And she flashes her badge. I'm with the mail couriers. I have a delivery for you, sir.
Is that right? He kind of squints at your badge. How do I know that's real?
I can vouch for it. Alerith will like.
He looks over at you, Alerith, and goes, "Ah, Garrus's friend, the small one. Well, the other small one. I'm sorry. He has a lot of small friends.
He's very big. It makes sense.
Not as big as his father. Dead father.
Hey, at least he didn't say dead son this time.
He's mixing
Switching
it up.
Close enough, though. Clover grabs the 2 envelopes from her bag. She kind of shows them to him. These are for you, sir. If you please.
Do I have to sign for this?
Yeah,
All
if
right.
you could.
I'll try. These old hands. He picks up the packages from you. Kind of like bends forward. And you can tell that he's just old, because when black dragonborns get pretty old, you can kind of smell it, because breath weapon kind of goes bad, and the acid in their breath weapon kind of goes bad, and bad acid just kind of has this like very like irony smell to it. So you're just like, wow, okay. Wear a mask, please.
That's it, if you will.
Yes. He kind of squints, and his old gnarled hands kind of take your little pen and go and just gently scribbles his signature. And goes, "Who are these from?"
Clover checks her notes. These are from a Jerry Dracodon, all the way from Pelka.
His expression changes very quickly. She sent this to me?
Yep, directly to Mr. Jengarek Dracodon.
Isn't that cute? Sent this to me. Sent this to me, and not her son. Interesting.
Clover can tell that something is up, but she's just smiling there.
Oh
He
dear.
very, very gently unwraps the letter, and he looks at it, and he's squinting, and Alerith, you can see he's reading it, and he just goes, Of course. It always takes more time away from your son. And he gently crumples the letter in his hand and just stuffs it in his pocket. And he opens up the package that was attached to the letter. And when he does, the two of you see it's a book. Leather bound, looks handmade. It's written in Draconic. Alerith, you can see it's a book about local flora in Faura. And it's written by Jerry Dracodon. I will spell Jerry for you. It is not what you think it is.
It's not
Jeremy
Jerry.
Dracodon.
Oh, never would have guessed that.
Jerry.
Jahari.
Jahari.
And he looks... It's that quiet anger that only the elderly can have.
Oh no.
That's true.
And he is looking at this, and he goes, Did she have any other message than some half-ass excuse about why she's not coming home?
Clover kind of just swallows, checks all her little papers. Nothing else was attached.
This woman. Sure, just drop your fucking kids off on me. Your husband dies, you don't even fucking come home. Your son grows up, don't even fucking come home. Fucking dead son. You don't even come home.
Clover looks at Ellerith, because she knows these people.
I've met this
Unfortunately.
guy once.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah, exactly. One more time than Clover.
Alarith will kind of look between the two of them, sort of walk forward, and I guess gently pat him on the knee?
Yes.
Question mark. Yeah. I'm sorry if this has caused you distress, Mr. Dracudon.
It is Jean Garrick, kid. I didn't get your name. I honestly wasn't paying attention.
That's okay.
Mr.
Alarith.
Dracudon was my father.
And this is Clover.
Clover. Yeah. I mean, the Elefrith like to name themselves cute little nature names. Yeah.
Yep, that's us.
Mm-hmm. And, to make the situation more awkward, from the top of the stairs comes Garrick.
Ah! I knew that
Garrick.
bastard was around here somewhere.
Of course.
He is holding his grandfather's cane, and he quickly rushes down the stairs and goes, Gran, I found the cane. I don't know why you put it underneath the pew. That was kind of rude to make me look for it. But I found it. It took some time, though. Why did you say it was in the back of the room? It was supposed to be in the front of the room. Why do you give me these puzzles? I'm not that smart. Oh, hi, Lareth. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
There's a rabbit. Folk, sorry. I shouldn't be pointing. That's rude. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Garrick.
It's fine. Nice to meet you. My name's Clover Petalfoot. I was just delivering some packages here to your grandfather.
Packages? And, Jean Garrick, kind of just hands over the book towards Garrick. Another gift from your mother. Oh. And Garrick quickly takes the book and he looks through it and he goes, wow. Another edition. Is this going to be published? Yes. Wow. That's so good.
Can I insight Garrick?
Yes, you can.
God, please let her have a good insight this time.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm stupid.
God damn it.
Wow,
Alarith.
he's so thrilled about this, guys.
Alarith, Garrick
It's going great.
Garrick just seems like his normal self to you. So, you don't get anything.
No.
He got a book and he's so happy. Look at him.
He's, like, thumbing through it, and he's looking at the different, like, illustrations and stuff, and he's, like, very excitedly talking about it. It's like, yeah, this is the illustrator she met up with. Wow, these are really good. Do you think that they're working... she'll work more with him in the future? I think it was a he. Or was it a she? Maybe a they. I wasn't really sure. I wasn't paying that much attention with my, the last letter. Wow. It's really good. And Jean Garrick goes, yep. So good that she's traveling south and she'll be a couple more months. Oh. Okay.
Oh. Oh no.
Yep.
Depression time.
Although,
I keep delivering bad news.
as you know, when the book takes off, she wanted you to know that, she would be going on tour in Thadra to, do more signings for her books. So, of course, she's expecting to be back by next winter at best. Right. Okay. Did she, mention... She did mention your sister, but, she didn't speak that much of them. A little busy in her work, you know. They don't talk much.
God, the scary music.
I know.
Right. Right. And did she mention... She also mentioned your brother, but only that she had gotten word from him. Didn't really say what he had said. You know your mother. She doesn't like to talk about things that aren't important.
Oof.
Right. He kind of holds the book against his chest. Cool. Thank you very much, Miss Petalfoot.
Uh, yeah, no problem.
It's really appreciated from, coming all this way, huh?
It's part of the job. Don't worry about it.
Were you already paid, or are we supposed to pay you? Do we tip? Are we supposed to, Grandpa, are we supposed to tip?
Don't worry about it.
I mean,
The
I
guild
can
pays
tip.
us on command.
Ah. Well, they better. I mean, that's a lot of walking.
Oh yeah, but we get to see the sights.
Indeed. I used to travel a lot when I was younger. Before I settled down.
And my son died.
My dad, that's
Well, yeah. Thank you for this delivery. It's appreciated. All the work you've done.
It's no problem.
Hopefully, if I ever have to see you again, it'll be on happier terms.
If you want to send anything back, I could wait.
Oh, I have nothing to send back to her. Nothing important. Nothing of
Ouch.
value.
Oh man.
Everything of value I like to keep very close to me. And he kind
I'm
of
like
glances
nothing that
over.
I'm like
He
nothing that she
glances...
would actually consider of value, or like anything actually valuable, or what she would consider of value from the context we have here.
It seems that he means that nothing... He keeps everything that she should consider valuable close to him. And he glances over at Garrick as he says that.
Yeah.
And Garrick looks down at Alarith and goes, "Wait a minute. You're back from your trip. How did your trip go?"
Alara just has a quick little flashback montage of everything that happened.
Okay, I have several questions. One, did Dash get to you? Because I know I sent a message to him, and I don't know if it got to him in time or anything like that. He didn't send anything back to me, so I have no idea if that worked.
Got there and helped.
Okay, thank God. Second question, was Regis nice to you?
Yes. Most
Okay,
of the
good.
time.
Question 3, how was the cloak?
How was the what?
The cloak that you're wearing.
To be honest, didn't really use it.
Oh, great. Awesome, so you didn't get into trouble.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay,
But
that's
maybe
very
not a discussion to be having. Like, Alarith looks at the people nearby.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, later. You meet later. Yeah, totally. But third question, final question. Did you get what you were looking for?
We did.
Look at you! You're a rock star! And he almost picks you up and spins you around, but then he realizes, oh wait, boundaries, and puts you back down.
He can literally hammer throw her across the fucking room. Oh, thank you. And thanks for getting Dash to help. It was good, except for she thinks of him and Regis and their petty gayness.
It was great, except when he
he
wasn't.
was great. They were great. Everything was great, right, Clover?
Yeah.
I was expecting Clover to be like, huh? Did you not forget the snake fight?
I mean, yeah. That's the thing. She's like fighting to not mention that because, I mean, what little she's picked up is that everyone worries about Alerith all the time.
What a pro.
She's just trying to do her job.
It's small
Wingman.
solidarity. I respect it.
It's
Yeah.
wingman solidarity.
No, yeah, Clover just goes, yeah. It was very productive. We worked together really well. And she's been really helpful with my deliveries.
Oh yeah, Alerith is a delight. She
Aw.
is super helpful.
Look at you,
Aw.
Alerith.
I'm getting praised.
As you should.
If kobolds could blush, she would. She's just kind of like.
Oh,
Wait, do kobolds blush? Do scales blush?
I think they should be able to.
They so it's kind of like with some lizards, like the blood vessels will like move faster and it changes color. Yeah.
Then she
I mean,
blushes.
yeah, and her scales are blue, so it's like I assume it would be a little visible. Her scales are white, sorry.
Oh my God,
White
when
with
did
a
her scales
bluish
turn blue?
tinge.
Ah!
Yee. Sindri, what are you doing? Aside from just like staring,
I've been
your little
sketching.
legs kicking.
I've been
sketching.
I've been sketching and taking notes this whole time.
Your little legs kicking.
Yeah, like I'm like hunched over my notebook, like writing and sketching frantically, but my feet are like swinging on the pew.
It's like you're skipping, but you're sitting down.
Yeah.
I love you,
Um,
Sindri.
Clara has twisted herself around so that she's kind of like more seated on the pew, and her arms are folded over the back of the pew, and she's staring at you, Keith, and she goes, "So, where are you from, Mister?"
He doesn't stare. He looks at Clara with a slight smile. He's just like, from somewhere else, and doesn't disclose it any further.
I appreciate that Keith is not afraid of being a weirdo.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Just testing.
I like it. I like the mystery angle. So, like, you are with the rest of this group, or nah? You kind of just do your own thing.
Keith points over to where Clover and Alarith are standing. I'm with the bunny.
Oh, cool. So are you like their sidekick, or is it like the other way around?
It's like the pet.
I mean, it depends. When it comes to Mail, I'm her sidekick. When it comes to getting through the forest, she's my sidekick.
That's cool. I kind of like that. So you like do a lot of wood stuff, like walking through the woods and hiking and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. I kind of do that too. I mean, like I kind of like she's playing with her hair, so I like I kind of like use magic and nature together. I'm like a druid, so like I kind of do a lot of stuff like that with the woods. So like, if you ever needed a guide, not that like I think you don't need one. I just like
Of course, she'd be to the outdoorsy guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
The rough, stupid-looking one.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of like your whole vibe. You got this like dark, mysterious energy, and I kind of really dig that.
I see.
His
Sindri,
weakness, being
Sindri
flirted
like
with.
looks up from their notebook temporarily because they've actually been listening this whole time, and
Claire's not
Like,
flirting,
they
she's a
agree.
child. She's a baby. No flirting.
well, Sindri looks at Keith and just like stage whispers, "Is this flirting?"
Alaris pulls a gun and shoots Keith.
Not even page hand.
He might just kind of breaks before he lets out a chuckle after the question.
Is that a yes or a no, Keith?
He isn't sure.
Sindri just like watches
So,
for a
like-
moment, doesn't when they don't get a response, they just shrug and go back to sketching.
So like, are you one of those like woodsy, like foresty, like writing types? You know, like because I like do a lot of like poetry, like soul searching kind of stuff, that kind of thing.
She's a real hippie. I like her.
I think I'm more considered a hunter than a soul searcher.
Oh wow! Like what kind of hunting? Like, not like, are you like big game, or are you like dragons, or like monsters, or like?
Whatever is around. Keith just proceeds to slowly stand up.
That is like super cool.
Yeah, he stands, looks at the door, looks at Claire, and is like, I'm going to check up on my friend.
That other
and,
guy.
And proceeds to walk quickly outside.
You know how I said I like the outdoors? I am going out now. Bye.
Basically.
Clara, as Keith leaves, goes, "Wow, he is kind of hot."
Sindri, what do you say to that?
Sindri like watches him leave, like looks up and is like, "Okay, bye," but doesn't say anything, and then just to themselves, but not quietly, they're like, "And I was flirting. I don't think it worked." And that's it.
It wasn't flirting. It was like appreciating the darkness in each other, you know?
That's weird.
No, I get it. You go, girl.
She's 17, you know, girl.
Crush at first sight. Keith, well, Muse, you're sitting there trying to buffer, and Keith all but sprints out of the door, just like with this most like stone faced, like silent panic you've ever seen. And the boys are alone now.
What will they get up to?
Boys line up. The boys line up. The boys line up, line up, line up. Wait, none of you guys know that
Yeah,
song.
okay,
Damn it.
Australian.
Jesus. Oh. As soon as Keith was outside and just some steps away from the church, he just smacks his hands against his thighs and just takes a deep breath.
Yeah, fair.
As if he was
That's
running a
right.
as if he was running a marathon, basically.
He's
Me when I talk to
exhausted.
men.
Question, do we still need the spooky music?
Yes.
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh,
No.
nothing's more terrifying than being hit on by a teenager.
This is true. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me.
Muse is gonna stay sitting where he's at and kind of just give his head a little tilt and, are you okay?
No. I'm not.
Join the club. And he's just
Cool.
pat the grass beside him.
He scoots over to kind of sit next to Muse. Man. Is everything okay? Because you left the church and all that?
Oh, well, one thought would jump to another, and then I'd try and go back to the first thought, and I just needed to leave before a headache started. So, here we are.
Ah, a fresh breath to get rid of all the thoughts. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's working, so I mean, doing something right for once.
I mean, there certainly is more that you could do right than just go outside and take a breather.
He just kind of gives a little bit of nod before turning back. So, why did you leave?
You know, they're friends. I think they're friends. I'm not sure. I didn't pay that much attention.
He is one of Alera's friends, technically.
He doesn't consider himself a friend yet, so.
Aw.
And I meant Muse.
She was getting weird. So I just needed to leave. Take a breather, as said.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. Weird how? He kind of just turns and looks a little bit curious now.
She talked about soul searching for a moment. I don't know what she means with soul searching. So that makes her weird, first and foremost. But I think she tried to make advances. I'm not sure. I do not know how this works.
Yeah,
was-
and I'm the worst person to ask.
Are you?
Mark.
Shut up!
Please tell
Points
me
at
that was
God,
the
like-
voice.
Points at God like, shut up!
Old man yells at the sky.
Ah shit, that hurts my shoulder. Oh my god. I'm trying to suppress my laughing because, as we all know, it's in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Oh,
Are you the worst person, my muse?
Oh no, you're serious, Mark.
Yes.
What am I
Oh.
rolling?
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck's
Amuse
sakes.
me.
I see what you did there, Muse. Oh, I hate it here. Yes, I don't know.
Yay!
Hooray, I'm stupid. Head empty.
Hooray, bad roll.
Your
You're
fucking
not
skull is
sure.
too thick to get a headache.
Muse, you're not sure. You kind of lift up your left hand to look at it, and all you see is the mark of your patron, and you're not sure.
Stared at it for a second just before putting it back down. We're going to ignore what just happened there in my head. Hi, how's it going? And then Muse just turns around and face plants because, oh my god, why did I say that?
Fucking dumbass. Oh my god.
Keith fixes
Head
his
really
scarf.
empty.
His head is vacant.
It's very vacant currently.
Not even a spirit in there.
Keith fixes his scarf. While laughing a bit. Yeah, I'm just going to not say anything about that. But, you know, things are weird. People are weird. But hey,
He
if
kinda
you want an
chuckles.
update, we found this person we were looking for regarding the package Clover House. So that's good. That's one less work to do.
Progress is made in some front.
And 2 steps back in another. He looks at the door, almost fearing as if Clara would come outside.
She's just a girl, dude.
He is so confused.
Are you scared of a little girl, huh?
It's a human girl. They're crazy.
That's so true.
No, you're so right.
You're not wrong.
Keith, roll a d20.
Shit.
Oh!
Your turn.
You roll a nat 1 and Clara comes out with all her friends from school.
Fuck.
I knew it! I knew it was gonna be a nat 20.
There's that 20 you wanted.
I'm.
Oh! Damn.
Give
That
me
is
1
the
second.
Rolling
20 I
so good
wanted.
today.
It's not the trigger phrase. Fuck.
Give me a second.
What?
I need to drink something.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you drink something, I'll just talk.
Yeah.
But Keith, you're kind of like, your heart's kind of pounding a little faster than normal, and you're thinking, why the fuck did that make you so uncomfortable, so wildly uncomfortable? And then you're thinking, just like, it's embarrassing. Not that your heart's beating fast. I mean, like, that's totally understandable. But the whole conversation with Claire was just kind of embarrassing. It's like you feel like that's definitely happened to you before.
Heartbreaker,
That
Keith arc.
You've definitely been flirted with by women before, and it's never really stuck for you. And it's always made you a little bit uncomfortable. Not that, like, you haven't, tried. Wait, have you tried with women? No? Yes? Unsure. But you've tried relationships before, and it's always been, I mean, except for Ellie. Oh. You don't want to
The
think about
music.
Ellie. You do not want to think about Ellie. You kind of just shuffle into your scarf.
Man, these boys are having a time.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just head empty over here. I'm fine.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, in equally uncomfortable territory,
The littles.
our littles. So Garrick is talking to you, Alarith, and goes, so what are you planning to do now that you got the stuff? Like, I know Regis is supposed to be making stuff, but like, what's the next step?
Well, we're here to talk to Mother Rainey about potentially having it distributed here.
Oh, okay. Also, Vod, you can change back to general.
Oh.
We can have a breather
Yay.
from the spoofy.
Yay! Thank God. I hate the spooky music.
I can't believe the spooky music was limited to being flirted by Clara.
Yeah. So, like, because I mean, I don't want to, like, impose or anything, but I'd be willing to help you out, just like get stuff around, spread the word, like, hey, she's got what you need, and yeah.
She's in Mother Rainey.
Oh, I was talking about you, but also Mother Rainey.
I think it would be better if it came from the church rather than us, given how things happened there. I'll explain it later.
Oh, okay. And Jean Garrett goes, yeah, what do you want her to do? Have, like, a little lemonade stand? here's my free healing potions. It's 1 silver. Yeah. You
But if they're free, why are they 1 silver?
I am old. Shut up.
Sorry.
I got my eye on you, kobold.
I don't think a lemonade stand would be very good. If I worked at it, it'd have to be very small.
I know, right? And, like, how big would the cups be? Not very big at all. I mean, yeah. I'm getting off topic. I've purposely moved the conversation away from what I'm very uncomfortable about with my dead son. But, alright. Garrick, fuck. Whatever your name is. Go talk to Rainy. I'll be sit. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit here. Okay.
Good job, old man.
He's such a mood.
Yeah. Let's go talk to Rainy. Well, I mean, you can go talk to her. I'll just be moral support.
Okay. Alarith will just quickly walk over to Sindri. I'm assuming her and Clover are small enough to actually fit through the pews without really
yeah, you
bothering people.
Aww.
You can.
Poke.
Oh, hello.
Sindri. Poke.
Oh, hello. Uh-oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. For the 3rd time. Oh, hello.
We're gonna talk to Mother Rainy now.
Okay.
Also, Garrick's here. Convenient.
Hi, Sindri.
Hi. They, like, stand up and, like, close their book, and then they, like, turn to Alarith, and they're like, Alarith, I saw more flirting.
Who did you see flirt?
So they like, side-eye Clara.
Hey, Clara.
Alarith kind of narrows her eyes, considering Clara is a teenager.
And Sindri very well could have read the room wrong.
Hey, Clara. Hey, Garrick. So Alarith came in here with, like, a bunch of people. Oh, yeah, like I was saying, like, she's made some new friends. So, be nice. I am nice. Gosh. I mean, like, that one guy was pretty nice to look at, so, like, yeah. Clara, wait, hold on. First of all, which guy? Because
Right there, my internet died.
is it the tiefling or the elf? Because if it's the tiefling, I could kind of understand. If it's the elf, we're gonna have a problem. I don't know how old the elf is. Does it matter? Yes, Clara, it matters. It really matters. That's fine. He could be daddy. No, Clara.
No, Clara.
Do not put that thought into my
Just
brain. No.
peering over the pew, just like, no.
Sindri's
Wait,
like,
I'm-
looking between all of them, and it's just like, what does that mean?
my internet cut out for a moment, and when I came back, that thing was the first I heard.
What?
Sindri, children shouldn't be talking to grown-ups like that, and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. Clara, you've been hanging out with Lyle too much. I'm gonna have to ask you to not hang out with my boy that much. I don't hang out with him that much. It's getting to be that much. Nah. Besides, you don't know what kind of stuff I write. I could be writing all sorts of fun stuff that you wouldn't like. Clara.
Anyway, did anyone see
Claire.
what the elf guy went?
Sindri points out the door.
Thank you. I'm just gonna go check on him then.
Poor Clover.
He is so lucky. Why is she lucky? She gets to travel with such a cool guy. Clara, it's been 5 seconds. He's so cool.
Alarka. Sindri is
Clover.
very confused. Can Sindri roll,
Clary-
like, insight?
Oh. Alarith kind
You
of
can
just
insight,
thumps her
sure.
head into the side of the pew, just like, ugh.
This is like an in-character roll, because Sindri is so confused.
Yeah, insight it.
This is how Sindri learns about Florin, the poor thing.
Oh my fuck!
Oh my god.
Sindri, the universe has opened for you.
I love this for me!
Your mind's eye opens up. This is flirting.
This is flirting!
But like bad flirting.
Sindri, it's very obvious to you that Clara is having a very deeply huge crush on Keith. A little soon, because you think that, you know, a crush has to kind of develop over time. But at the same time, yeah, love at first sight can be a thing. Of course, you've seen it with giants, but she has a crush on Keith, and Keith is you know, unsure of how old Keith is.
Keith is not having it.
He could be married for all he
She's
knows.
having a teenage crush on Keith,
Cool. Cool.
and this is flirting.
Cool.
And this is flirting.
And this is flirting. That's the takeaway.
It's in my notebook now, in all caps. This is flirting.
This is flirting. Like a little doodle of Clara with hard eyes.
Yeah.
Claire is going to draw a bunch of shirtless Keith pictures tonight.
We got references.
Did
We
you-
can send them along.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you by any chance watch Turning Red, Larka?
No.
Ah, damn it.
It's that meme. It's that meme of her just with the big shit-eating grin once she's drawn it.
Yeah.
But Garrick just kind of goes, okay, Alarith, let's go talk to Mother Rainey.
Am I waiting for Clover to bring
Oh,
the emo boys in?
you can.
Oh, sorry. Clover, you step out, you see these two boys having some boy time.
Everything okay
Don't say
here?
it like that.
Don't say it like that. Everything okay here?
Muse has his head in his hands. Keith is like trying to like Mabel from like Mabel like sweater veil like himself with his scarf.
Naya, well, Keith has like his hands in his short hair and hides his face almost completely in a scarf. Like, what the fuck? He
I
has a
kinda
what the
got the
fuck
gist of what
moment.
happened. I kinda got the gist of what happened, but we're gonna talk to Mother Rainey now if you guys wanna come in.
Is she still there?
I mean, yeah, but I'll be there with you. It'll be fine.
Oh, there! That's such a boy thing!
I mean,
Yeah,
going in
actually.
there was like borderline headache, so I'll just stay out here. And he kind of just takes his hands and kind of pats the ground while just staring at the ground.
Well, that's fine. What about you, bud? You keeping company?
Keith gets up, pats Muse's shoulder like, I keep you updated, and basically sacrifices himself for the boys.
He just gives a nod in solidarity.
Fist bump as they walk by.
Sacrifices himself.
It'll be fine. Just stay with me.
Bruh.
Walk on the other side of her.
Purposefully.
Yeah. Muse is gonna stay outside. But I guess we're ready now.
You'll see kind of Alarith sigh and be like, okay.
He has a headache, it's fine. Needs some fresh air.
Right, well, excuse us, Clara, we've got to talk to Mother Rainey.
Yep,
Uh,
you go right on ahead.
good to see you.
I'll see you at the school.
Yeah.
Bring your friends.
Clara
cold
like hate to
shudder.
watch you. Clara like hate to watch you go, love to watch you leave.
I hate it when you leave, but I love watching you go.
Yeah,
A cold,
exactly.
a cold shudder runs down Keith's spine.
When Clara says that, Sindri full stop is just like, ew, and then turns and walks towards Mother Rainey.
They understand now.
They understand. Oh my God.
Unfortunately.
The one downside to having such a tiny travel partner, Keith can't hide behind Clover.
Keith is like partially hiding in his scarf. He looks like he's about to rob this place.
Oh.
So suspicious.
Elarith, you go
I mean,
ahead. I don't
it's,
know this person.
On little legs, let's go.
Mother Rainey is standing behind her podium. The podium itself is Alarith height, so it's alright. But it just shows how much she towers over you and Garrick and just like Keith and just everyone. And she looks down and she sees you, Alarith, and her eyes light up and her face gets all soft and she goes, Miss Rethux, you're back. Good to
Hello,
see
Mother
you, dear.
Rainey. And she'll like bow her head politely.
It's so good to see you, dear. I hadn't seen you for a few days. I had heard everything that had gone down at the school, and you had to admit I was a little worried.
Yeah, it's been a busy few days.
I'm
She
sure.
looks back at Sindri like,
Sindri gives a very, very reassuring smile.
Aw.
I'm so sure, dear. But it's so good to see that you're back here.
it's good to be back. We were hoping to discuss something with you, if possible, somewhere a bit more private.
Oh, well, certainly, dear. Come with me. And she stands up, which doesn't really help because now she's even taller. And walks with her little cloven feet
Clip, clop, clip, clop.
towards the stairs where Jean Garrick is.
Yay!
Oh, great.
Yay!
Hello, Rainey. Hello, Jean. We're going to be discussing some things in private. Is that okay with you? Can you please move your big dragon ass out of the way?
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, Mother Rainey.
Oh.
Go off, Mother Rainey.
Today I've learned
Go
that John
on.
Garrick is thick.
Canonically thick.
I mean, when you put it like that, goddamn. Stands up.
We're in a church, sir. Don't say goddamn.
Next time, dear, if you wish to scream at my god, please do it outside. And she walks up the stairs.
I like
I'll
her.
scream at him wherever I want. I'm in this room. Give me back my son.
Oh,
Damn.
oh.
I'm sorry, sir.
He just kind of holds his hand
No.
over his ears.
Walker,
Aw.
do I need to roll anything to put two and two together that his son may have perished in the ocean at some time?
May have perished, maybe.
You don't even need to roll it, Alarith. You're smart. I believe in you.
We're not gonna allow her to roll low again.
Do
I
I?
think he's just in a vacation.
Do I need to roll?
Yes, Sindri definitely.
Great. The fuck am I rolling?
I guess an intelligence check.
No, insight.
No?
Oh, great.
Ooh. Go, Sindri. I believe in you.
Come on, Cindy.
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Sindri, guess what? His son died in the ocean. He died. He was dead, he was alive, he was sailing in the ocean, and then he died in the sea. And the sea didn't give back his body. His body is still in the sea. That's why he hates the sea. The sea has his son. Give back his son, sea. Fuck a you, sea. The sea has his son. The son is not there. The son is dead. He is dead in the sea. You cannot come back to the land. He is in the sea. The son is dead. He died at sea.
The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
I'm sorry,
Jesus
but
Christ.
Sindri has so many eye-opening moments right now.
I'm literally crying. Oh my god.
He's learning,
I'm so
we're learning so
funny.
much today.
That's why I think Sindri's thought process happens.
It's also the third match 20 in a row.
Of course, I roll like ass, and everyone rolls really well.
I like that I roll really well on my insight for the characters you know.
I mean,
I'm
mood.
stupid. We've learnt this.
I am genuinely crying. That was so funny.
Uh,
My throat hurts from wheezing.
Mother
This is
Rainy,
gonna be
please.
fun to hear back.
I don't
Mother
even know
Rainy.
what came across in that part of the recording.
I don't even know like how I would subtitle that.
Just in giant letters, fuck the sea.
Fucking see.
Mother Rainy,
Garrick
That was
expanded.
fantastic.
Mother Rainy, please get off the altar, please.
No, she's gonna sit there.
She's gonna be even taller.
Oh, Garrick's
already
just
fallen.
gone.
Oh, he left. He disappeared. What the fuck?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Oh, there he
The
is.
sea took
Guys,
him as well.
He is the dead son.
Don't jinx it, fucker.
Just continue. Go ahead.
No, alright. So she leads you down into this other room, which Alarith, you know, is used for weddings. This because these are the two aisles, and then this is the fancy aisle where, you know, you come down and you say your vows, and you get married, and they throw salt on you, and you walk out. Anyway,
Pocket sand.
right in the eyes. Yeah, she sits down on this altar. She kind of invites you all to sit. Garrick stands because Garrick's cool. Sindri, you're too busy reeling from the fact that the sea took his son and the son is dead and his son is dead at sea.
Yes.
But you're kind of just like standing there, just like staring at the ground, your eyes big, like the anime character going crazy, like the fish lens. Yeah, Clover and Keith, you're able to sit down and like normal people because you're normal people, and Alarith, you're able to sit down because you realize that, yeah, Garrick's dad died at sea. Didn't some people die at sea before you came to Revmere? To Revmore?
Oh. Oh.
Oh. No.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. We don't have time to unpack all that.
We don't have time to unpack all that.
Yes.
She
We'll get the 11th episode.
She spreads her arms out. She goes, "So, what is it that you wanted to discuss with me?"
I'm assuming you might be familiar with Lord Regis Flowers, who goes to our school.
Oh, yes, Young Flowers. Not familiar with him exactly. He doesn't exactly attend my church.
No,
but
he
yes, I'm
doesn't.
aware of him.
He and us, we've managed to procure the ingredients for some healing potions.
Have you?
And yes, and we were hoping to have them distributed here.
she blinks, and she kind of looks surprised. Alerith, dear, how did you come across pixie dust?
We. Alarith kind of looks at everyone.
Sindri's
If I
spaced
may,
out.
we saw
Sindri, the
some nefarious
blackness you have
practices
some
in the
sun.
woods.
You came across them in the woods. Now,
Yeah,
see,
well,
I don't doubt that, and just last I checked, the Aeonist Church was doing some business in the woods as well. How did you?
look, there's no point in trying to hide it. The thing is, ma'am, the Aenists in the woods were torturing the pixies to procure the pixie dust, and we considered that that was, violent and immoral. So we kind of kicked them out for the pixies and took the dust, so it can still be used for good.
The Ionists still have some pixie dust to distribute at the Ion Church, but we're not comfortable going to them given how it happened. So if you're happy to distribute it here, that would be great.
My dear, I would be very honored to help distribute this. And, of course, if I can stick it to Sister Emile, I will gladly do it.
Hell yeah, she's an ally.
I like her.
Yes, Queen. You'll see Alarith kind of has a little grin at that. Yeah, she wasn't nice.
Of course
Eric,
she
have you
wasn't
met her?
nice.
She was really not nice.
Who? Sister... Who's Emile? Don't worry about it, little one.
If you don't know, that's good. Keep it that way.
She is quite the viper. She's lived far beyond what her regular lifespan would allow. And so now she thinks herself a god.
Oh,
Now,
deep.
do we have time to unpack all that?
Which means, of course, dear, you would know. When you worship Aeon, you tend to have your lifespan expanded, and as a human, they don't live as long as most of us. She's lived beyond her means, and now she feels that she has some self-importance. It's only a matter of time. Until Aeon abandons her.
Oh man.
Dark! Okay! So are we gonna... how do we, distribute, mass production, do a bake sale? I'm so uncomfortable right now.
I love Garrick.
Well, we still don't have the potions made yet. Regis is currently working on that. But I think we should have it ready by tomorrow, or at least the starting batch, hopefully.
Excellent. I will make sure that my people can correctly set things up so we can get these things distributed. I'll have them spread the word, dear.
Thank you.
Of course.
Maybe try to keep us out of being named in gratitude. I don't know if you guys are expecting anything, but I feel like if the Ionists do find out that we were the ones who got it.
That only leads to trouble. Let's not say
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, then as far as anyone else is aware, my people have found it. We found it in the woods and we brought it back. After all, it was just laying around there.
I like this lady.
I love her.
But as far as I'm concerned, you've all done a good service for the city. And while it won't know, it will thank you in time.
You can see Clover kind of like takes a deep breath, like sighs. Like, it felt good to be told that what they did was the right thing to do.
Aw.
Yeah, validation. We all got praise kinks in this household.
Who
Oh,
doesn't?
don't say that.
Now, I
No.
did want to say, I understand that the Aeonists have given a sour taste in your mouth, as they do with everyone who isn't an Aeonist. But I do not want this to leave a bad taste of what Aeon is and what they do. The god of healing is a good god, but their words are spun in terrible ways. But I do not want that to take away from their path and their message. There are good people out there, dear. You just have to find them and ignore the bad. Or at the very least, get them thrown out of the city, which I've been trying to do for a while.
New goal.
You go.
They
Okay,
came
well.
here from another city, and now they think they own the place. Like, my church hasn't been here the longest, and isn't what the damn city is named after. But sure,
Yee.
Hilarious just like nodding like, yeah, that's bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
You tell him, Mother Rainey.
You're so right, Mother Rainey.
Preach. Literally.
Preach.
but I'm sorry, I'm getting a little worked up. I will gladly assist you, dear. Anything that you need. You've been such a wonderful member of my church, and I would be happy to repay your patronage. Like I
Hilarious
said,
will like bow her head quite deeply. Thank you.
Aw.
like I said, we all brave this storm together. And for the rest of you, she kind of looks at Sindri, Keith, Clover. I would be honored to help you as well. Though we may not know each other, I'm happy to help anyone who needs me.
That's really nice. Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Great music
if
change.
that was all,
That's a mood change, yeah.
if that was all you needed, unless there was something else, dear?
No, that was it.
Okay then. I will be sure to get everything started and everything ready for you. And if you, honestly, dear, if you just wanted to just hand us the bottles and then walk away, I wouldn't blame you. Sometimes the attention can be a bad thing. But know that the city feels, and it will repay you in kind one day.
Thank you. Alright, we won't take up more of your time. Thank you, Mother Rainey.
Oh, you don't take up my time, dear. You make it better.
Oh.
Aw.
Aw.
Meanwhile, Muse. Vibe,
Meanwhile,
For someone
Yeah.
completely different.
in the emo
Vibe,
corner.
put the spooky music back on.
Oh!
This is the Muse episode. Come on.
This really is the bully Muse episode.
As
Finally.
if every other session hasn't been.
This time it's getting physical.
Muse, you're out here
Sorry.
by yourself. Thank you for the ambient noise. You're out here by yourself.
I've now starfished at this point, or he is now starfished at this point, just laying on his back, arms out, legs out, just staring.
You're staring up the sky, the clouds moving past you, kind of feeling that warmth of sunlight, just like baking your skin. And then you feel that baking become almost a burning sensation as you feel him behind you. Although that's impossible because you're lying down, but you feel him behind you, like he's in the earth, and he is there, and he is witnessing you.
Muse immediately jumps up, stands up, and just looks back down where he was laying.
And what do you think you're doing?
Muse
Answer me, boy.
He just kind of looks around, going and then shuffling off to away from the main path. I'm doing as you said.
I said, was this what I asked from you? I asked you to go to Aeon's domain and find their power, not to go trampling around in Yadana's brat's lair. Not to go prancing about with pixies, stealing their items and wanting to reverse them. What do you think you would get? What do you think that they will do with that arrow, boy?
I just, there's like these little things that come back, and like
Then ignore them. They're not important. What's important is what I tell you. You seem to have your priorities out of. I didn't bring you here to go off on your own little adventure. I brought you for a purpose. Did you give Yadana's brat this much trouble?
What do you mean?
Selfish. Always looking out for yourself, you petulant little child. I bring you back into this world, and this is how you go about it. Deliberately disobeying everything I do. You clearly haven't learned. You require re-education. But that's okay. I can just take you apart and put you back together again. That's what I can do. Because you seem to require it. That's fine. You feel this burning around your neck. You feel yourself choking. He is choking you, Muse. He is choking the life out of you. I can just take you apart, put you back together again. Rearrange that little brain of yours back to what I want it to be. Maybe this time it'll go better for you. Maybe this time you'll start to forget more, and maybe this time I won't have to worry about that fucking creature trying to get you back again. It won't happen again. You're mine now, not his. Mine now, and I will not let Yadana's little bastard take you away from me. And all at once, Muse, the world goes dark for you. There's a choking, a burning sensation. And as you sink back into the void, and the world kind of falls to darkness. You think of Hilarious and tyranny, creed, faith, calamity. Their faces, their names. Saywin. You think of Saywin with Starry. You think of Emmy. You think of all of them. You think of just as many people as you can, because you're going back there, and he's gonna take it all away from you again. You think, and you remember Hilarious, and you remember what he told you. You're my inspiration. You remember. My muse. And you disappear. And we're gonna take a break. Time, yay!
Hello.
And we're on.
Alright. So, we're all back. Well,
Except
are
for
we?
Muse.
almost.
Almost.
Soon. Okay. So, the four of you are now left to your own devices. What does it
Isn't
like
that
to do?
great?
Well, Lareth's gonna head back.
Yeah, we're following Alarith.
What time of day is it now?
It's 4 p.m.
Alarith will be leading them out and say, well, I guess since you're already on this side of town, you were planning to stay the night at the guild, right?
Yeah, very kind of them to offer us to stay the night. And we can change your bandages. Don't think I forgot.
Well, I guess you're better off, rather than walking all the way back down to the south side with us, just, I guess heading there from here. It shouldn't be too hard, it's close.
Eris, what the fuck are you doing? Come back. Help me. Sorry.
He brought you your cane, man.
You exit,
Clover stretches a little bit when they're out. Yeah,
This-
there's
and
one
the
this
minute
thing.
you guys walk outside, the weather has changed.
Oh,
It's
what?
very cloudy. You hear rumbling of thunder. It's not raining, but it is thundering.
Oh man, the
Can
weather
I
sure's
roll
crazy
any
these
kind
days.
of check for that?
Religion?
Please, don't be ass.
Oh.
I'm going to throw my
Yeah, it's like the
character
middle of
sheet
the
into the
road.
bin.
It's like the middle of the road. It's fine.
Huh. Well,
It
actually, I'm
sucks.
going to give you advantage because you're a Rethmir stan.
Come on, come on. One good
Well,
roll for
then it's
Alarith.
the 13 then.
Okay. Yeah, Rethmir's pissed. You don't know why, but he's pissed.
Uh-oh.
Lareth will just kind of look up at the spire and she's like, "Ooh, that's not good."
It's not
Whatever.
raining,
Yeah.
but he is pissed.
Yeah,
Clover
I
also
don't.
looks up and damn it.
Yeah, I don't really like thunder
The weather
either.
was so good.
Jean Garrick shakes his cane at the sky.
Old man yells at cloud.
Oh, man, yells at Cloud.
And, Keith? Muse isn't there. Not where you left him.
Keith, my god. Keith walks around for a bit, like, to see if Muse has just gone somewhere further away from the church. Because he did say that inside he was about to have a headache. So it might be that he could have just walked away a bit.
Roll perception.
Forgot to add the modifier, didn't I, sec? What the fuck? I want you to know that I had the D20 prepared and I forgot to add the modifier. That's 11 now.
That sucks.
Oh.
Clover notices that Keith is like wandering away and like notices that Muse isn't there. Did your friend leave?
I'm not sure. I know I did say that I'm going to tell him, so he had no reason to just bolt off.
As far as you know, Keith, he didn't have a reason to bolt off, but he's not here, and you can't tell where he went.
No, really.
Well, I mean, he had plenty of reason to bolt.
Yeah, at Clover
Lareth will look back
asking.
at Garrick and Sindri.
At Clover asking, like, did Muse leave? Their head like whips around to look in that direction, and they're just like glaring.
Oh,
You can all roll perception if you'd like. Well, except for Keith, but you can all. The rest of you can.
come
I
on.
mean, I
have
already rolled that.
proficiency.
That's
Yes!
oh.
Oh, holy shit!
Somebody's
Bird!
having a
Power
good
of
day.
anger.
Bird!
Finally,
Oh!
not us.
Let's
It's not a
go.
natural, but holy shit!
I will take it.
Yep.
Clover, for you, watching Keith looking around kind of takes most of your attention. You can tell from the ground, since you're lower to the ground, Muse stood up, walked this way, and then his footprints disappear.
Huh.
Alarith and Sindri, you see the same thing. He stood up, footprints go over here, but they disappear. And where they disappear, Sindri, Alarith, Clover, the grass is dead. In a perfect pair of footprints. Dead, brown grass.
Dead grass.
Damn it, I was gonna make that joke too.
So was I.
Same.
We are all original.
Yes. We all share one brain
But
cell.
Sindri with a 22, and then I'm going to give you this. Where next to those dead footprints in the grass, there's a handprint. Like someone pressed their hand into the ground and it dragged against the ground and then stopped.
How far? How far did it drag?
And
This is some sort of
there's
spell,
drag
right?
mark.
What was that, Larka?
This has to be for magic, right?
What's going
What
on?
did you say, Moo?
How far did it drag?
The handprint drags and stops suddenly.
Okay, not that far then.
No, it drags and stops near where the footprints are.
Makes it worse somehow.
Yes.
I've never seen anything like this before.
I'm afraid I don't know
Garrick is-
anything about magic.
Garrick is like looking at where you guys are looking. What are we looking at?
We seem to be looking at where Muse has disappeared.
The tiefling is gone.
Huh. I mean, he can't get that far. I mean, there's only so many tieflings here.
Yeah, but these
No,
markings
but-
are so
but
weird.
look at-
Can something has
look at
snatched them
this.
away?
He squints. It looks like he just bent over and got back up.
Hmm.
Can I touch?
Why
The only
roll a
reference that
perception
Clover
check.
has to like scorch things, dead things, is dragons, so she looks up at Keith
Oh.
while he's pacing.
Can I try and touch the grass? Like, is it touchable?
It's brittle.
But I am not cursed by touching the grass.
No.
Cool.
You suddenly get sucked down too. No.
Sindri is also dead now.
Hey, I don't have a backup character. Have fun, guys.
Here, you can borrow one of my 16. No.
Alarith, does anything smell off to you? Garrick asks.
Sniff. Sniff. God.
Can that go in the quote book, please?
You know what? Fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Sniff, sniff, God.
With that 20 you had rolled earlier, I'll have that carry over because that is just part of perception. There is a weird smell in the air, and it's icky and just like feels like you're want to cough, but there's nothing to cough at. It's like gosh, well, how do I even describe? It's like the smell of gasoline, like when you're in that like area and you like want to gag but you can't because like I don't know. It's very like it's thick in the air and it's like fucking with you, but
Like
it
acrid?
doesn't feel like it's dangerous, but it's in the air. And you can make a wisdom check if you would like.
Okay. I'm stupid.
Wow.
Nah, you've never smelled anything like this before. It's weird.
Alarith will just kind of rub at her snout. Yeah, whatever it is. Not very nice.
Yeah, kind of smells like a skunk that got run over a bunch of times.
Well, that's stinky. Damn.
I can vividly picture that. Fuck.
Skunk's not a thing here, so...
You're lucky.
Wasn't expecting the dead grass to be stinky, but that's magic for you.
Jean Garrick is walking over with his cane. What are you chuckle fucks doing over here now?
What the fuck?
What?
I don't suppose you've seen anything like this? She'll point at like the burnt grass patches with the foot pattern and hand pattern.
And
I
to
think something happened to their friend.
to note as well, like Sindri is just like like on their knees, kind of just like staring at the ground. It hasn't like hand touching the grass and just like hasn't moved.
Ugh. You should back away from that.
Do you know what happened here, sir?
You don't smell the abyss in the air, kid.
Sniff, sniff. So I roll
Is that what
perception
that
too.
Ugh. It has that terrible stench to it when it reaches into the world.
Oh, get back then, Sindri.
They don't respond.
Bird, I'm not gonna tell you again. Get back.
Yeah, rebel bird.
Does he touch them?
He pokes you with his cane.
They like smack it away instantly. And then like whirl around. And they go to say something and then look around at you and just like stop.
Everything alright?
Clearly not.
He didn't leave.
Sindri, come on. We need to move away from there.
He didn't leave. Something happened.
Really?
Like, Valerith doesn't have lips, but you see her make the motion of biting her mouth.
Like gnashing her fangs.
Yeah. Even still, you need to move away from there. Come on.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sage.
They like glare at nothing and then just like walk this way.
Revmir, bless this cursed ground. Keep the abyss from its touches. And the storm
See.
rumbles. Oh my god. And the storm rumbles overhead. And you are... And slowly you feel the plop, plop, plop. And it starts to rain.
And now we're gonna catch colds on top of everything else.
Right. He didn't leave. But he is gone.
He was taken.
Gone. The abyss does not give back.
And Sindri just like every part of Sindri just like drops, and they just start crying.
Oh no.
You
So we're
made
just
the
coming over
bird
to Kit's side.
cry!
I guess Alarith will go forward and I guess gently pat Sindri on the shoulder. Or the knee. Or wherever.
You're not that small.
I'm short
Are
too.
you?
On the arm, then we'll go with that.
Yeah. Eventually, they
Middle
just
ground.
since they are taller than you, they just like reach out and just like put their hand on your head in comfort for themselves.
Oh.
Alarith will allow it.
The abyss takes everything. Any light that's in the world. Even gods. Blessed be May's memory. I'll have to inform the churches about this. That's what it looks like. Garrus. Yeah. Please. Take your friends home. On the light path, please. Yes, sir. Good boy. Put your mother's book with the rest. And walks back into the church. Garrick looks, fuck, I'm doing it now. Garrick looks,
Old man
just
syndrome.
just dumbfounded. Unsure of what to do.
Alarith will kind of sigh. Start patting Sindri's arm and walk towards those two. Are you gonna be okay to get to the guild?
Yeah, it should be fine. We'll stick together.
Okay. In terms of for the honeycraft farms tomorrow, we can meet you back at the entrance to the city, I guess. That's probably the easiest on your side.
Yeah, that sounds fine. If you guys are okay with more traveling.
Yeah. Sindri?
Oh, this is just a nod. They're like almost composed, but they just nod.
All right then.
Very gently walks over to you, Sindri. Kind of just like gets on his knees because he is taller than you. And goes, "Hey, this kind of stuff just happens sometimes. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but it's gonna be okay. The best you can do is just do the right thing for the people that aren't here anymore. This just feels too soon. This literally just happened. I'm bad at this. Look, Alarith and I will help you out, okay? Whatever you need now. Right?
Right.
While he was talking, Sindri wasn't really making eye contact, but like at the end, they kind of just like look up at him and then very slowly, in case he tells them to stop, just like puts their hand on the back of his head and then like pulls their foreheads together so they touch foreheads for a moment and just whispers really quietly, "Thank you."
Oh.
He kind of exhales, and there's like this kind of tingly, like smell to his breath, because it is poison, but it's fine. But yeah, he pulls away from you and he goes, so those two guilds, us, Sindri, do you just want to come back to the school with us? We can set you up.
Slumber party.
Sindri looks to Alarith like, "Is that okay?"
She sighs and says, "Okay."
Then they just nod.
And so, yep. And so, you guys part ways?
Yeah, I guess we do.
Guys
The party,
first to the school, and then we will wrap up with Keith and Clover.
the party
So
got
let's
so
have this
small
one.
so fast.
Let me
Because she
just
feels small and powerless.
get rid of you and get rid of you. I'm sorry. Here. So, you three make it back to the school. It is a walk. By the time you get there, it's around 7 to 8 p.m. And it's a very slow and sad march back to the school. And when you get in, it's like nothing bad happened outside. Everything still seems to be okay in here. Regis is still working on stuff when you come in, although you can hear stuff boiling and bubbling, but Regis kind of has his head on the desk and is just like resting it there for a sec. Doesn't seem to have like moved from the spot you left him at. But you do see in a crate next to him there are little rows of jars of a very clear purple tinged liquid. He has been making healing potions.
Yay!
At least someone's having a good time.
Yeah.
He,
Um, Is there a washroom in here, Larka?
There is in the basement, which I haven't drawn.
Okay.
You're gonna have to imagine it.
Yeah.
Alarith will
You
turn
cannot
to
roleplay shitting and pissing. I'm sorry.
Garrick and Sindri. Well, I mean for washing clothes rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather
Just
than
being a
shitting
shit.
and
I'm just being
Thank
a
you.
shit.
You're being shit, you're talking shit, you're memeing shit. Alarith will turn to Garrick and Sindri and say, Garrick, can you, I guess, set up Sindri? I need to... She'll, like, flop her arms in the robe. I need to wash
yeah.
this and give it back.
Yeah, sure. I think Lyle is in his room, so you can just give him back to him.
No, I want to wash it first.
Oh, okay. Sindri, I can set you up over here and you can have dinner with us. Is that gonna be okay with you?
Okay. Yeah.
Little buddy?
Yeah.
Birderino?
Can you not hear me again?
Yeah?
There you are.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
are.
They just said yeah.
Okay, good. Just confirm.
No, the gain on my
Just-
mic
just
is
picture
too
Derek getting
low.
really close to Sindri.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
Garrett-
pretend this corner is the basement and I'm washing.
Cool.
With your little
So-
hands.
I'm washing me and my clothes, bitch.
I'm washing me and my clothes.
So Garrett kind of sets you over into what there is their little library area, where there's a big, comfy like chair with plush cushions on it and a little blanket that's clearly been knitted. And he just kind of like gestures there and goes, I like to crash there all the time. I'm probably just gonna sleep in Lyle's bed. He won't care.
They just nod and then just plop down. And then while Garrick is like if Garrick starts walking away, he'll just watch as Sindri opens up their notebook, and there's some very singed grass that's been in their hand this whole time, and they just tuck it into one of the pages and tuck the book away.
Ow. My heart.
That book is now cursed.
Probably.
Alarith, you follow Clara's advice, which was to, like, wash soap and water and hang dry. So you've done that. Cathra looks like she wants to, run up and say hi, but Garrett kind of, like, takes her and stretches.
And he grows.
He gets tall.
Taller.
And kind of pulls her aside and goes, I need to talk to you real quick. And he kind of gives you a small, like, it's gonna be fine wave and takes Cathra up the stairs. And Sindri, the only thing you hear is Lyle going, "What are you doing in my room?" before the door closes. And you're kind of left to your own device.
I have an idea.
Well, assuming everything's clean and in order, I guess Alarith will go see Sindri.
They are sketching in their notebook. They don't try to hide it when you show up, and it's Muse. It's my turn to be angsty fuckers.
Are you gonna be okay?
About you piece of shit.
They just shrug in response to Alarith. I don't know.
What are you going to do now?
They just stop for a moment and then look up, and say to you, I still got you.
She pauses. And what are we going to do about the alley incident at this point?
Well, I may have told Regis something happened. What did he call it? A lawyer. He's got a lawyer.
When did you get a lawyer?
This morning. Ish.
Did you act? You didn't speak to anyone that I saw that was a. Do you mean he told you there was a lawyer you should talk to?
Yeah.
Well, if Regis knows him, I'm assuming he's good at what he does.
I don't know what it means that he's gone, though. Because it wasn't just me. I don't know what any of this means, really.
He's gone. He won't face the consequences of his actions. And there's like a bit of bitterness to that you catch, Sindri.
They don't mention it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't take that out on you.
Take what out? Take what out on me?
I didn't hear any of that.
Ah, god damn it. Take what out on me?
My frustration?
Is
The
it?
fact that the first time I tried to branch out in, I don't know, a very long time, one person leaves, the other person, she says it in a very harsh tone, disappears. It all just feels like a mistake at this point.
Do I feel like a mistake?
No, not you, Sindri. I at least understand you were trying to protect Muse that night.
Well, then it can't be all bad.
No, but it's not all good either.
Well, I guess we just have to look on the bright side. I don't really know. I've never lost anybody before. I don't know what any of this means. But we're gonna figure it out. We've got Regis to help. And I've got you, and you've got me.
Okay.
And if there's nobody else to say it to, whatever you want to do, I'll be with you.
Thank you, Sindri. Let's I guess take it one day at a time from here.
That's the best way to go.
Did you want dinner?
What do magic people eat?
Normal food.
That sounds good. Don't really know what that means, but that sounds good.
From the other room, like all the way over here, Alarith, you hear Regis has definitely fallen asleep because he is starting to snore. And it is loud.
I'll 1 sec, Sindri.
I just nod.
Alarith is going to get a blanket and do her best to try and put it on Regis.
Sitting down, I will give you that.
Yeah. I'm trying.
You very gently tuck it over him. You make sure that his little burners are off, so he doesn't, like, overboil. And as you gently set it over him and just kind of, like, brush his hair out so he doesn't, like, suffocate himself, you look up, and Kiefer is sitting upright and staring at you, like, awake.
She'll quietly wave since Regis is asleep.
He's gone, isn't he?
Alarith blinks.
And with that, we move over to Keith and Clover.
Oh.
Evil. Evil.
Evil.
Guys, Lurker's too good at this.
Now, Larker, are we coming back? Are we coming back to us, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So.
Yeah, next session.
Newt, do you have time for that?
I got 20 minutes before the thing starts, so.
No, I'm saying that's where we're gonna end it with you two, and then I'm gonna go with Keith and Clover.
If that's the case, I may duck out then.
Okay.
Do that, yes.
Alright, I will catch you guys later. Have fun emoing and being shirtless.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll try and miss that, don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll keep an eye on the messages. Alright, bye.
Bye. I mean, you did say that you're going to wrap up with Clover and Keith, so it implies that.
Yeah. Okay. So, we head back with Clover and Keith. You two make your way back. You are let through the gates of the guild, where you'll be spending the night.
So safe and cozy.
Safe and cozy. Now, what is it you want to do here? Do you want to look for Cleander, or do you want to look for Melina?
Melina.
Yeah, Clover's still a bit rattled over everything, so she's just kind of focusing on what she can do. She's like, we need to get those things checked out. We're gonna forget again.
I mean, it's raining, so they're also moist, and whatever's underneath, if there's any open wounds, it's best to check them, so.
He's like, we're all wet now. That's gonna start rotting. Let's go check them out.
So you head towards where you had first met Cleander. Or maybe re-met, who knows? But you do see his attendant, Lu Huang, standing out there waiting to greet you.
Looking
He's
hot.
He's underneath the awning of the porch. He is dry. He is nicely dressed in his silks, and he is awaiting your arrival. Did I not move?
Yeah, I still see the school.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you never moved the map. That's the problem.
I was using the power of my imagination.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was
There you
kind of
go.
hurrying because it's raining. Like, she keeps looking back to make sure Kit's still there.
Oh.
And she shakes a little bit once they're under the roof.
Welcome back.
Eh. Thanks.
Hello there.
Thank you for welcoming us.
We've almost just started to gather and eat in the main hall. You're welcome to join us for dinner. I will let you dry off here. And let Sir Cleander know that you have arrived.
Thank you so much. Is Melina busy right now?
He kind of gives you a soft smile. If you wish to speak to her, I will tell her that you request her.
Yes, we'd like to see her.
Of course. She's a wonderful woman. And he opens the door and closes it gently. And within like a few, not even like a few minutes, it's almost like she was just like waiting for you to arrive. She comes right out the door. Still dressed, full crow attire. She looks straight at you, Keith, and goes,
He stares back.
"Oh, are we ready?"
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah. Then we can get this done before dinner.
Cool. She gestures over here. Sit.
Where exactly? Which
points.
chair? Okay.
Sit.
Wait.
Oh.
Hiding. Got that.
You get a free blanket.
Tell me, when was the last time you changed these?
He goes through his wet hair like, that's a wonderful question that I cannot answer.
I don't remember you ever changing those ratty things since we met.
No, I changed them once, I think. Meaning, I think. I'm not sure.
Wow.
So, just so you know, discretion is key. I will not be showing anything that you do not want to be shown or spoken of. Yes?
Alright.
Okie dokie. She very gently starts undoing your shirt, and she pulls it very gently off of you.
Clover has seen him without a shirt before, but she still turns around.
And as we know, Keith, your torso and your arms are mostly bandaged, yes?
Yeah.
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 So, where would you like me to begin? She kind of gestures to your body.
Oh. I mean, whichever is the easiest to take off, I suppose.
Of course. And she starts. And I'm just gonna ask, Robin, where would you like me to start?
That's a good question. Let me flip a coin. Wait, no, I could. Wait. Does a D3 work here, or do I need to use the mod on this card?
Just go for the left arm.
I would have said the right arm, that's why.
Oh. Your body, your choice, man.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, it says the torso.
Torso. Always a excellent, wonderful, splendid choice. Well, so she starts around the neck, like gently, very gently unwinding. And almost immediately, she goes, "Ooh, that looked like it hurt." And she
He
keeps
blinks.
unwinding. And Clover, if you care to sneak a peek, she's
Yeah.
talking about a very thin, long scar that goes across Keith's neck. It's scarred over, but it's very long and thin. Like when that one time your cousin kind of got caught in a snare trap. It looks old, though. She keeps going, very gentle, making sure not to do anything that could cause you any pain. She occasionally stops and, asks you if you're feeling anything uncomfortable, if you would like her to stop. She keeps going, slowly, slowly, until she finds the next thing. There's a scar on the left pec toral muscle. I wouldn't say where the heart is. It's more near where the shoulder joint is.
Ow.
Looks like something was stuck through that part. Has long since scarred over. And she looks at it and she goes, "This was stitched rather haphazardly." Keeps going.
Clover wonders if he did it himself. But doesn't
And
say
she
anything.
keeps going and she looks on the other side where your back is and she goes, at least it went all the way through. And keeps going and going.
He's blinking rapidly.
And she keeps going and she keeps going. And then she gets down to where, right under your pec, across where your ribs are, and she goes, "Ooh, I see. That looked painful." And there was another long, thin scar that goes from the top of the pec down towards the ribs. Like it was a big slash. It's thin, scarred over. But yeah, it does look painful. And you're looking at your own body and you're like, how long has that been there? She keeps going. You don't tell her to stop yet. And she finds another wound. Another stab wound. Around where the kidneys are. Other side of your torso. Very small blade, looks like. But she doesn't really comment on that. She checks the other side. Yep, it ran through. But doesn't look like it hit anything vital. She stops and she goes, most of these have healed. At least nicely. Not too terribly. Shall I keep going?
Yeah.
Where would you like me to go next, Robin?
Right arm.
Right arm. Almost immediately, as she starts the gentle unwinding from your shoulder down, she goes, "That's a new one." And Clover, you look over. There are marks on the shoulder, from the back all the way up to the shoulder, like something clawed at his shoulder and was wrenched away. They are deep. They have scarred over now, but that looks really painful. And Melina, as she looks at it and goes, that needs a solution on top of it. Otherwise it'll get more infected than it already was. And she keeps going down the arm, and you find teeth marks matching the claws. But she doesn't comment on them. You don't even see her face, so you can't tell if she's even reacting. keeps going down and down. And then she hits your wrist. To which she looks at it and goes, ow. And there's a burn mark on your wrist. Very big, like a splashing motion. Keith, you're looking down at your own wrist. It doesn't hurt at all. It looks more like a birthmark, honestly, to you. But you're thinking, when did you get that? Jeez. And your right arm is uncovered. And now for the left arm.
Mhm.
And as she goes and moves ever so carefully, she stops herself halfway through. She stops and goes, you poor thing. And if you look down at your arm, that same arm that hurt when you were in Refuge Church, the same arm that hurt when you tried to grab Muse, you look at your arm. Clover, you look at his arm. And there are a litany of scars, little winding scars going the way up his arm, in crackling, jagged lines all the way up his arm, all the way up, just up to the shoulder, almost to the neck. Is only one thing can make that. That is a lightning scar from being struck, so.
Clover like gasped a little bit.
It is all over his arm. It is covering his arm. And that is your dominant arm, isn't it, Keith?
Oh shit.
Keith is a lefty?
Yeah, he's lefty.
And Keith,
So
you're...
that's why you asked that.
Keith, you're looking at your own arm, at these little scars. Roll your d20.
God damn it.
Roll high. Roll high.
Nope.
Oh.
Holy shit, a 2!
There was only another one.
And you look at the scar, your chest pounds. It pounds in your ears. And you pass out.
Oh shit.
Shit.
And that's where we'll end
Reggie.
it.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Oh.
Row! Help! Medic!
The medic is right in front of us. Sorry.
Do something!